We will present about how to reduce excessive use of smartphones. Excessive use of smartphones means smartphone addiction. Smartphone addiction is a state of withdrawal and resistance to the use of smartphones due to excessive use of smartphones, which causes obstacles in daily life. Let's look at this age table. There is an increasing trend. The reason for the increase in smartphone usage time was messengers in adolescents and 60s. Recently, the use of SNS and messengers to communicate with peers has increased, and the advantage of smartphones that allow users to easily find the information they want on their smartphones have contributed to smartphone addiction. To solve this problem, Korea held Smart SIM campaign at Gangseo Eyewear Center in 2020 and held a 111 campaign to turn off smartphones for 1 week, 1 time, and 1 hour. As an overseas case, the US held a campaign called Let's Wait Until the 8th Grade to provide smartphones to children late.
The biggest reason to reduce smartphone use is the disease caused by it. There are several diseases caused by smartphones. I will explain 3 of them. First, dry eye syndrome is a disease caused by a lack of tears or excessive evaporation of tears. Normal adults blink 10 to 15 times a minute on average. However, when focusing on smartphones, the number of blinking decreases to 4 to 5 times a minute. Therefore, people with dry eye syndrome often have cold eyes and feel irritating symptoms such as foreign bodies and dryness. Second, turtleneck syndrome is an abnormal condition in which the C-shaped cervical lordosis curve collapses and the neck bones are aligned in a straight line when viewed from the side. This posture causes various problems, including pain. The turtleneck posture can reduce lung capacity by up to 30% by preventing the muscles of the neck from contracting. The last one is a sleep disorder. Continuing to use a smartphone even in bed stimulates the brain, reducing sleep time and preventing a good night's sleep. In addition, blue light, a light from electronic devices such as smartphones and TVs, hinders the secretion of sleep-inducing hormones, which can interfere with sleep.
Next, let's find out how to reduce smartphone use. The first way to reduce smartphone use is to change the framework of thinking. It's really hard to cut off the smartphone you've been using and lived with overnight. Moreover, it's even harder if you have fun with more applications. In this case, it is necessary to focus on your hobbies instead of using a smartphone. Rather than looking for hobbies to reduce the use of smartphones, you should think that it is to develop your hobby and invest more. If you have more time to focus on other things, your smartphone usage time will naturally be reduced. The second way to reduce smartphone use is to create obstacles for smartphones. This is a way to intentionally reduce smartphone use using the app lock. If you can reduce the use of smartphones at your will, it's necessary to reduce the usage time even by creating obstacles.
Next, I will introduce the activities I did during the summer vacation to reduce smartphone activities. First, I used a smartphone addiction prevention application called How Much Do You Use? Through this application, I was able to set a target usage time and understand how much I usually use my phone, which helped me reduce the use of smartphones. Second, I made various hobbies. My daily hobbies are games and YouTube. However, there were many side effects such as poor eyesight. So I had the habit of taking a ride work every day, and during my free time, I spent time through various DIY activities such as clay play, miniature housemaking, and drawing famous paintings. Through these activities, I was able to have a more meaningful time than when I spent a day on a smartphone. In addition, as I spent more time with my family or friends, I was able to create smooth interpersonal relationships. And as I increased my self-development time, it became an opportunity to get to know and develop better. If you want to reduce your smartphone use, I recommend you to do the activities I explained earlier. Thank you.